everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Cook with Me, where I combine cleaning and cooking to give you motivation for your Monday. Today, before I get started cleaning, I wanted to make muffins for breakfast for the kids. I wrote out a recipe here that I want to use. I've never made it before. I'm making a bunch of it so I can put some in the freezer. And I know when you first try out a recipe, you're not technically supposed to do that because you don't know if it's good or not. But I'm putting my faith in this recipe. It is a recipe I got and altered a bunch. So I feel like with muffins you can't really go wrong, especially my kids are not too picky. As long as there's not huge chunks of anything. Well, that's more me. It calls for grated apple, and I'm substituting it with applesauce. And I just halved the amount, so I'm assuming that'll be correct, but I guess we'll see. Actually, all right, I'm adjusting one more thing. Hopefully this should be okay. I think it'll be fine. I am going to share what I'm making for dinner tonight too later in this video, but I thought I'd just include this because why not? So as I said, I didn't get done with the cleaning today, so there's still groceries or whatever else I need to put away and yeah, things like that. These I will need for the recipe, and this I'm going to go ahead and put away just to make it a little bit clearer here. I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven, and I'm going to take out a couple of bowls because I want to separate the dry and the wet, but I hope the bowl is big enough. I guess we'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the dry ingredients. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. And then the wet ingredients are going to go in here. That means everything has to fit in this bowl, and I don't know that it will. We're going to need 8 cups of almond flour. 5. Oh, shoot. I wanted it to be packed. Oh, well. This looks like just enough. This is not ever gonna fit. This is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite Danish dough whisk. I'm going to try and get out a lot of the lumps in here, because if you ever worked with almond flour, you'll know that it can be pretty lumpy. So this is just one ingredient. I probably will need a bigger bowl. So 6 cups of old-fashioned oats, but I have some old-fashioned oats. I didn't think that they were. And these are organic. Of course you don't have to use organic.
It's just doing better.
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. 6. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move to a bigger bowl. Didn't see that one coming, did ya? And I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to just put this one away and then use the one that I already dirtied for the wet ingredients. So I have this one right here. As you can see, it's quite huge. And I don't like using it because it's so hard to clean, but I like it, how big it is. It's definitely going to fit in here. Here we go. So we have our almond flour and our oats, and I'm going to go ahead and add 8 teaspoons of cinnamon, which I think is equivalent to 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons. I'm going to go ahead and add an extra teaspoon just because I really love cinnamon. So I'm going to change this amount here. I have 8 teaspoons. I'm just going to go ahead and say 3 tablespoons because I added an extra teaspoon. Hello, Tabitha. Tabitha's down here. She is in my way, but it's fine. We're going to need 4 teaspoons of baking soda. Now it calls for 2. I'm trying to talk really loud. I hope you can hear me. My kids are being loud, and my voice doesn't carry very well. So in case you didn't notice, I'm trying here. So I'm going to use it right out of the shaker because the salt that I have in my regular salt thing that I would normally use is coarse. Hey guys, zip it. And this is fine. This is sea salt. Doesn't have to be sea salt, I'm sure, even though I think the original recipe did say sea salt, but really does it matter now? I'm sure you don't have to mix it after each addition. It's just what I'm doing. I'm gonna need 2 cups of chocolate chips. You can use walnuts, pecans, I think, raisins. Even though those things are not not similar at all. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just choosing to use chocolate chips. Got these from Aldi. Gonna go ahead and mix that in. Now we're gonna move on to the wet ingredients. I'm just gonna give this one last good mix, and then we're going to go ahead and put the wet ingredients into the silver bowl, because you do want the dry ingredients mixed pretty well. And then you're gonna want to mix the wet ingredients really well, because once you combine them together, you're supposed to mix them until they're just combined. And I'm guessing that's because over mixing will make them tough. I'm assuming. That's typically how it is. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. And then for my wet ingredients, I'm going to start out with maple syrup. So you should really obviously measure wet ingredients with a liquid measuring cup, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use this. So I put 2.5 cups. I'm sure these don't have to be exact. It's just because the first time I'm making the recipe, I want to make sure I have it right when I put it into my recipe box. So that's just what I'm going to put. And then for the future, I'm sure I would guess with a lot of these things, but I am going to just put about 1/2 cup into here without getting the 1/2 cup measure out. And then I'm just going to rinse this out so I can use it for my next ingredients. Okay, so next up we have 12 eggs. 12. What happened? It's okay. I'm trying to mix these eggs in really, really well, as best I can, as well as I can. And I got these organic shredded carrots from, I don't know, Walmart. And I thought that would be a lot easier rather than doing it myself. Of course it's easier, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm all about the shortcuts. Oh, but first I do have to melt some butter. So I'm gonna put 3 sticks of butter in here, so I'm gonna get it melted a while. Okay, so I've got that in the microwave. And I'm gonna get the applesauce ready now. It's going to need 3 cups. No, 2 cups. Because I think normally I would have put 4 cups of grated apple, and so I just reduced the amount by 1/2, because I'm assuming that's about what it would be. I know the apple will add sweetness and texture, so I don't know. I just did 1/2. So that is 2 cups. I don't even need to rinse that when I go to do the carrots because it's fine. Now obviously I'm doing like this giant batch. I think I already mentioned this. I'm sure you can reduce it for according to your needs. I'm only doing this so I could have some in the freezer because I don't have a lot of time in a day to be making muffins. So I usually, whenever I make something, whether it's meals or whatever, I like to make extra and throw some in the freezer. That's why I have an extra freezer, because it really does help. Okay, so that's like about 3, and then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do the rest of this bag. And that'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw these out because my counter is not the cleanest right now. And by the way, I'm sure I'll put this on the recipe card, but this recipe is supposed to make about 48 muffins. I have this giant muffin tin pan thing from Walmart, I think. Hopefully it'll be 48. But if you just wanted 12, obviously that is 1/4 of this recipe. Do you want some food? I'm just making muffins. I need to open a new one of these because I just used the last of mine last night. I have a few of these. This is Avocado Oil Spray. I typically use avocado oil just because I think it's better for cholesterol than like olive oil or something like that. Obviously, I don't want to use olive oil for muffins. I mean, maybe that's not obvious. Maybe some people like that flavor. I just don't prefer it. I mean, I like it for like a savory dish, but not for this. And I'm going to go ahead, and this thing is a doozy to clean, by the way. I just cleaned it all because it was new. I've never used this pan before. And I'm just going to go ahead and spray these muffin things. It is non-stick, but I don't completely trust that. So, especially with something like muffins, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just going to get the butter in here, then combine the wet and the dry, and then go ahead and scoop them in here. This is a bit hot, so I want to add it slowly. Yeah, I'm glad I got this bowl. I definitely needed it. So here we go. I am in kind of a rush because I do have to take care of some things and some kids, of course. They smell really good. They actually look decent. I know sometimes things like muffins don't really look that great, but it actually looks pretty good. Did you see Mommy cracking eggs? Mommy's arm hurts. Pretty bad.
Really bad.
Pretty bad. Hurts like the dickens.
That's like the dickens.
Yeah, it hurts like the dickens. Does your arm hurt like the dickens? I'm going to go ahead and use an ice cream scoop to scoop these in. This is what I normally use an ice cream scoop for. I never use it for ice cream. Just use it for muffins. Are you ready to have delicious muffins? We have to bake them first, okay? By the way, if you wanted to make these without butter, I'm sure you could use coconut oil in its place, because I did think of using coconut oil instead. I'm sure the flavor is better with butter, so I just use butter, but like I said, I think it's just something you can do. Just put this right on top. Now we just wait for them to be done. This is what the muffins are looking like right out of the oven, and they look just like regular muffins, but they smell so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and try one now. So here we go. This is what they're looking like, and like I said, they smell really good. I am also really hungry, and as you know, when you're really hungry, things just taste better, so keep that in mind. Just like I thought, they're really good. Is it super yum?
Yeah.
So one thing I forgot when I'm eating this is that it is completely sugar-free, besides whatever sugar's in the chocolate chips, because I sweetened it with maple syrup. Maple syrup is obviously still a sweetener, but better than cane sugar. So I am pleasantly surprised. They're very good.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it.
I wound up getting about 3 of these larger bags in the freezer and reheated them later. All I did was just put them on a plate in the microwave for a few seconds at a time and rotated them periodically. And they are just as good as when they're fresh, I think.
Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. We're pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life, real life. Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. Even if what we're doing is bad.
You may notice we currently have this little issue with our sink where it's getting clogged up. Aaron has to figure that out, what's stopping the water from going down, and it's quite annoying. A lot of times when I'm doing the dishes, I have to stop for a while and let it go down, and that's what I did a lot in this. Well, I took it out of the video, those clips, but really I was just waiting for the water to go down a lot, so it took a lot longer than if the drain was working properly, but that's totally fine. I mean, it looks disgusting, but it's totally fine.
Still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about the way we are. Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what.
Here I am just straightening up the counters real quick before I get dinner started, and I just wanted to show you guys this cookie jar that my husband got for me for Christmas. I think it's so cute. It's the Mud Pie brand on Amazon. I will try and leave that linked down below if you wanted to go check it out because I think it's adorable. Also, I haven't really found a great spot on the counter for it yet, but I'm just kind of putting it like wherever for now, and it's working out just fine. I think it's really cute, so it really doesn't matter that much. I'll find a spot for it.
Let me love you, let me love you, baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh, you got me going, oh.
My husband had gotten me these roses, and I wanted to go ahead and put them in a vase. I don't know, how do you say that, vase or vase? Because I get a lot of flack for that. But anyway, I often say vase. And anyway, my husband had gotten these for me, and I just said that. So I was just arranging these the best that I knew how. I'm not real great at this, so it took me quite a while, which I sped up for you guys. You're welcome. And I still kept all that in, but I mean, yeah, at the end, like the end result, I really, really liked it.
Let me love, baby, let me love you. When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. Oh! Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love.
For dinner tonight, and this one I was really excited about, I started out with some avocado oil, and I added some frozen chicken, which was way too frozen in chunks, so I microwaved it a bit, and that's what I was doing here. I started some spaghetti, that's what I had with it, and then I fried up that chicken. I seasoned it. Didn't use anything fancy for that. It was just paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder probably, and yeah. Then, as you can see, I added a block of cream cheese, an 8-ounce block, and chopped it up a bit and waited for it to melt. Once it was all melty in there, I added approximately, I didn't measure, but I think it was about a cup of heavy cream, and got that nice and warm and melty too. And then the key ingredient, the sun-dried tomato, pesto. And I just like mixed it in really, really good. I didn't wait too long for that actually until it like just changed color and whatnot. And to that I added some grated Parmesan cheese, not grated, shredded Parmesan. I say about a cup and a half. And then just mixed it around till it was nice and melty, and then kept it warm on the stove, I think, while I made carrots for the side. So this morning when I made the muffins, I wound up getting extra carrots just in case, which I didn't use this entire bag of. So I just put some avocado oil, then the carrots, a bunch of different seasoning, and some maple syrup. And then I cooked that down for a little while, and then dinner was ready. So how it turned out. I really liked it. Aaron is not really a fan of tomato-based sauces and sauces on his pasta in general, but he thought it was okay. And the kids liked it. The kids always like things like this, like chicken, and they like spaghetti. Everyone likes spaghetti. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.